I kid you not when I say it literally looks like a bloody massacre. Yeah. Hey besties, welcome back to our weekly FaceTime. For those of you that have been here before, for those of you that haven't, my name is Lena and we do this FaceTime call every week. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to turn on the notifications. That way when I'm calling, you're there to answer and you can join in the call. Do you want to hear about my labor and delivery story or what? Because I'm here to tell you anyways. Can I record while charging this thing? I had honestly the easiest pregnancy, the best pregnancy, the most blessed pregnancy that I could ask for. Baby girl, I will say, set the standard, set the bar. She set it up here. So next pregnancy, it better be up here, okay? First trimester, I just had sore breasts, nothing really more. I had like a weird metallic-y taste in my mouth every time I ate something. That lasted throughout the whole pregnancy. I would say that's probably like the worst symptom that I had. Other than that, I felt regular. I felt normal. And I actually didn't start getting bigger until like the ending of the pregnancy. But I was 37 weeks pregnant and my husband was working in Vegas at the time and we live in Florida. And so if you know, that is across the country, literally, like from one side of the country to the other side of the country. Okay. And 37 weeks, I literally can have this baby any minute. And he was working Monday through Thursday, and he would have like the second half of Thursday all the way until Sunday off. And I was just hoping and praying that she would come on a day that he was here, because all my family lives on the West Coast and we don't have any family here. Like there is nobody here. None of my close friends are here. None of his close friends are here. Nobody's here. So it would just be me by myself. And I did end up hiring a doula. So I had this girl, so thankful that I did hire her because she's amazing. I had this girl that was doing my pregnancy massages and she would come to the house and do my massages here and she was fantastic. And she was actually a doula. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to hire her to be my doula because if I go into labor and my husband's not here, at least I have somebody. Yeah, so I hired her and I'm so thankful that I did. She is amazing and I will continue to hire her every single time that I am pregnant and plan to give birth. I will hire her because she is amazing. If you guys were on the last FaceTime call, I packed my hospital bag, thankfully, early. I was like, you know, I'm going to do things early. I was like nesting, cleaning the house, doing everything like a freak early. So I'm so thankful that I did pack the hospital bag early because if I didn't, like I would have nothing prepared. It was a Thursday and my husband actually wasn't even supposed to come home, but he ended up coming home that Thursday. When he came home, we went to eat at this place. It's so good. They have good wings. That was Thursday night. So then going into Friday morning, it's like 1 a.m. Friday morning and I go pee and there's like a little bit of spotting. And you know, they told me that this would be normal because like I'm so far along and that your cervix is like very, not fragile, but like sensitive. You could have spotting, like that's completely normal. As you know, like you start dilating a little bit and your body's prepping for labor, etc., etc. So I'm like, okay, like this is normal. It's just a little bit of blood, like nothing to worry about, you know. So whatever, I just go about my day, go back to sleep, lay down. So then I have to go pee again. And this time it's like 4:30 in the morning. And I stand up, and when I stand up, I feel something like go down my leg. And I'm like, what is that? But mind you, it's dark in the room because if I turn on the light, that means I'm waking up for the morning and it's 4:30 a.m. I'm not waking up for the morning right now, okay? So I go pee in the dark. Who doesn't go pee in the dark in the middle of the night? My midwife, at my last appointment, she was saying, you know, like, your water could break at any time, like you're almost there, you know, etc. So like if you don't know if it's pee or water, because sometimes, you know, you can accidentally pee on yourself, like just smell it, like smell. If it smells like pee, obviously it's pee. If it doesn't smell like anything, your water probably broke, or it's like trickling from, you know, your water breaking. Like it doesn't have to be like a big gush, like it could be trickling or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so I'm done going pee and I'm like, oh, let me like wipe whatever was on my leg, like let me smell it, like while I'm going pee. So I wipe it and I like go to smell it and it smells like blood. So I'm like, whoa, hold on. I turn the light on. It literally, I kid you not when I say it literally looks like a bloody massacre. Yeah. I'm like, whoa. I'm looking around. I literally look in the toilet. There's like so much blood in the toilet. Like I wipe, there's blood when I'm wiping. I'm like, okay, what is going on? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my flashlight and I'm gonna go to the bed. And if I check the bed and there's a puddle of blood, I'm going to freak out. Go check the bed and there's nothing there. So I'm like, okay, wait, what? But then as I'm walking back to the bathroom, I see there's like a trail of blood to the bathroom. So I'm like, okay, obviously when I stood up, the blood gushed down and then now it's like on the way to the bathroom. So I'm like, okay, like I'm kind of freaking out. And when I went to go shine the light, like I woke my husband up and like on accident and he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I'm bleeding. He's like, they said that was normal. And I'm like, no, like earlier I was spotting, but like now I'm bleeding. Like this is not normal. Like this is like, I'm bleeding. And he was like, okay, do you want to call the line? And I'm like, no, I want to go to the hospital. Like I want to go to right now. No, I'm scared. Like I want to go right now. And he was like, okay, let's go. Like, let's go right now. I'm like, okay. So he gets up and he's like, call them, like while we're on the way. And I'm like, okay. So I call, they're not answering the phone. I leave a voicemail, they're not answering. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to wait for them to answer the phone. Like, I'm just going to get ready to go. So we get ready to go and we're like rushing to the hospital, check into labor and delivery. They hook me up to the monitors in the room and they put the Doppler and I hear her heartbeat. And I'm like, okay, that's it. Like, I'm fine now. Like, I'm calm now. As long as she's okay and I hear her heartbeat and, she's still alive and still doing well in there, then that's fine. Like, whatever the reason I was bleeding for, like, as long as I'm good and she's good, then, like, whatever, So they hooked me up to the monitor for, like, an hour. And then I was having, like, contractions, actually that night. But they were not, like, hurting me bad. They weren't, like, super close together. So, like, I didn't think anything of it, And then when I was at the hospital, I was telling my husband, like, I'm still contracting right now. Like, I feel it. And so after an hour, they were like, okay, everything looks good. Like, you're going to go home. Mind you, they never checked my cervix, how dilated I was, nothing. Like, they never checked. All she did was hook me up to the monitors. That was literally it. But this was like Friday morning. So I did have my 37-week appointment actually was that Friday morning at 11 a.m. And mind you, when I'm leaving home, it's now like 6:30, 6:45. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go home, I'm going to lay down, go back to sleep until I wake up, and I'm going to go to my OB/GYN appointment anyways. So whatever. So I go home, go to sleep, wake up, and I go to my appointment, and then, like you have to pee in the cup every time you're there at your appointment. So I go to pee in the cup. There's still blood. So I'm like, okay, this is not normal. I go in the room and she's like, oh, I was at the hospital and you were there. Said that it wasn't that bad of, like, you were bleeding that bad. So it, like, wasn't that big of a deal. Like, everything looked fine. They did an ultrasound to do a growth scan and everything before I went in the room. And everything was fine. They were like, your fluid levels are good, all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But I kept telling her, like, I didn't think that was normal. Like, it's not spotting. Every time I'm standing up, like, there's blood coming out. And it's, like, bloody mucus coming out. Like, it's not normal. And she's like, no, it is normal. You're probably in prodromal labor, like, because you actually were contracting at the hospital. And I was like, yeah, I felt it. And she was like, yeah, but they were like 7 minutes apart, 7 to 8 minutes apart. So, like, you're probably not in active labor. This is like prodromal labor. It could last like 1 to 2 more weeks, as your body's like prepping and your cervix is dilating more for a baby girl to actually get here. So I'm like, okay. And then like we're going through the appointment. And I'm like, okay, so if I'm still bleeding, after how long, should I come back and call? Because, like, and she's like, after 48 hours, like, if you're still bleeding, then make another appointment, because then that's not normal. And then we need to figure out, like, what's going on while you're bleeding. So I'm like, okay, like, whatever. Still feeling like this is not right, but whatever, as long as she's okay. So I go home. So my husband actually goes to see one of his friends, and they go to hang out, and, like, they get dinner or whatever, and I'm, like, here, like, cleaning up and stuff, and then I, like, start texting him, and I'm like, I still feel these contractions, and he's like, okay, I'm just gonna head home. I'm like, okay, and I'm cleaning up, and, like, my back is on fire. Like, all of a sudden, I feel like every, like, couple minutes, my back is, like, burning so bad to where, like, I have to sit down. As time is going on, like, it's just hurting more. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit down, and I'm gonna rest, and I'll just, like, do whatever tomorrow morning. I'm going to take a shower, like, get ready for bed, whatever. It's like 8-ish o'clock now. Okay. So I go to take a shower and again, more blood. And I'm like, this is not normal. I'm like Googling it, and it's like, oh, it could be like bloody show or whatever. Like, like your cervix is dilating and like that's why you're bleeding and stuff like that, which that's what I thought it was. After I Googled it, I'm like, oh, that is 100% what it is. Like, and then on there it says like, oh, the baby can come like any minute. And I'm like, oh, okay. Side note, I don't get period cramps. Like, when I'm on my period, the only thing I get is like migraines occasionally, and I don't get cramps. So like when I do get cramps, very rarely, I'm like, oh, why is my stomach hurting? But then I'll remember. I don't know how bad like contractions are supposed to be feeling. Like, I know what a cramp feels like, and I know like when my stomach is crampy feeling, but like I don't know how intense these cramps are supposed to be feeling like when I need to go to the hospital. All the stories that I hear, it's just like excruciating pain and it hurts so bad, and when you know, and I'm like, okay, like I don't know. So I'm still feeling contractions, but like I don't feel like it's excruciating, so I don't think it's time to go to the hospital. It's still probably what she said, but also I'm like, Google says that this baby can come any minute, and I'm actually trusting Google this time because like I'm having the symptoms that it's telling me, and it also is explaining why just random blood keeps coming out. I'm like still taking a shower or whatever, and then my husband comes and he's like, are you okay? All this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, whatever. Like, I had gotten out of the shower at this point. Like, I'm just chilling. I'm like, I'm fine, whatever. And he's like, if you're still bleeding, like, we're going to go to the hospital. I'm like, no, I don't want to go to the hospital because they're going to send me home again. And I just want to be in the comfort of my own home. Like, he's like, no, we're going to go to the hospital. And plus I'm hungry. And he's like, we can eat later. And I'm like, no, I want to eat now. I'm hungry. And then he's like, fine. So he's like, I'll order you food and then we'll go to the hospital. I'm like, okay. Literally trying to do anything to like push off going to the hospital. The only thing that's open is Wendy's. So we get Wendy's and we're eating, and then he's like, all right, you ready to go to the hospital? I'm like, no, not ready. I'm fine. I don't want to go. He's like, no, Lay, we're going. And I'm like, no, please. I don't want to go. Like, can we just wait? I was like, fine. If I'm still like this, like in the morning, or if I like am in so much pain, or if I'm bleeding way too much, like I'll wake you up. Like, we can go first thing in the morning, like if I'm still like this. And he's like, fine. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm going to go take one more shower. And he lays down to go to bed. And then I take a shower and I try to lay down and go to bed. Yeah, I can't go to bed. It's hurting. I'm trying to fall asleep. I'll fall asleep. And then like, it's just so uncomfortable. And I'm like, no, let me go get in the shower. So I just keep getting up, like keep walking back and forth, like lay down and relax, but it's not working. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just get in the shower. So I go get the yoga ball from the gym and I go bring it into the shower and sitting on the yoga ball, like just relaxing in the shower. And I'm feeling like so much better, but like the pain is kind of getting like more intense now. So at this point, I'm like still a little bit bleeding and the pain is like getting more intense. And I'm like, okay, like there's no way that someone's supposed to be feeling like this for like another week or two. Like, no. Out of the shower the last time, and I wake up my husband and I'm like, I think that we need to go. Like, I think it's time. Like, I think we need to go. So we get there, we check in. Mind you, this is Saturday, okay? I was just here 24 hours ago. We check in. I go back to the same triage room, everything. They hook me up to the monitors. Then they're like, oh, you were just here. And I'm like, yeah, because I was like spotting and I just want to make sure everything was okay. They're like, how dilated were you? I'm like, oh, they never checked. And she's like, really? And I'm like, no. So midwife comes in. She does a cervical check. Mind you, this is my first cervical check ever, so I don't know what to expect. She's like, it's going to hurt, but like pushing a baby out, it's going to hurt more. So I'm like, okay, whatever. She's like, we're going to check you in and get you ready because you're going to have a baby. And I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, you're 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters? Like, I'm about to have this baby now. 7? My husband's like, it's time. And I'm like, oh my God, like, this is crazy. Like, I didn't know I was 7 centimeters. Like, I thought I was going to be like 2 or 3, you know, and I thought you guys were going to send me home and I was going to feel like a weenie or something, like coming here, you know, exaggerating like I'm in pain and stuff. And she's like, honestly, I didn't expect you to be 7 centimeters either. By the way, you were just chilling there. Like, you weren't even, like, the way you walked in here, it was just like, you just walked in, like, you know, you seemed a little uncomfortable, but like not 7 centimeters. She's like, I'm very surprised. So I'm like, yeah, girl, me too. So I go in the room or whatever, and they're like, what's your, like, you know, plan for pain management? And I'm like, I don't have a plan for pain management. Like, my plan is no pain management. Like, I don't want an epidural. Obviously, if I have to, I will get one. Like, I'm not against it, but like, I'd like to try without one. It's like, you know, we'll get you checked in, like settle in for a little bit and stuff like that. And then we'll come back to check you again. And then we'll go from there. Want the medicine, we'll get the anesthesiologist, etc., etc. So I'm like, okay. I call my doula and I'm like, hey, they wanted me to call you because I'm 7 centimeters and they said I'm going to have the baby. And mind you, Saturday, this is a Saturday, mind you. Saturday, I was supposed to be meeting with my doula for the first time with my husband to go over a birth plan. Like, we're going to check you again to see like what you want to do. And I'm like, well, if I'm 8 centimeters, then maybe I need that epidural because like it's getting more intense. And that was a while for it to go from that. And my midwife was like, I can tell you now, you're not going to be 8 centimeters. You're going to be more than that. It's like, okay, well, let's just see, you know? So she checks me and she's like, you're like at about 9.5 centimeters. So like, what do you want to do? Because your water hasn't broken yet. So I can either break your water and the contractions will come on very, you know, like very, very intense. But I think the baby will be here in less than 30 minutes, or we can wait. We can give you an epidural and then we can break your water and, you know, but you'll be in less pain, less, you know, like you'll be a little more comfortable. But it'll take a little bit longer for the baby to get here. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. And she's like, well, I'm going to leave my hand here until you decide, because if I take it out and put it back in, it's going to hurt again. So I'll just let you decide. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, there's literally no point of getting an epidural. Like, get an epidural for what? Like, I'm already here. Like, 9.5 centimeters. I'm literally already here. Like, might as well just keep going. I don't want one anyways. Like, whatever. So I'm like, just break it. Like, just break it. And then she broke my water and she's like, you're going to have a couple cramps. They're going to feel like, you know, a couple contractions. They're going to feel really intense. I want you to go in the bathroom and like empty out your bladder. And they're like, they'll call me when, you know, you're ready. I'm like, okay. So I go to the bathroom and I have like 3 contractions in the bathroom and oh, did they hurt? Yeah. Bad. Okay. And I'm like facing backwards. I'm like sitting backwards on the toilet. And Jamin's in there with me and he's like, you know, rubbing my back, helping me and stuff. And then on that 3rd contraction, I was like, I need to get out of this bathroom. Like, no, I need to get out of the bathroom. I need to go back to the bed now. When I get on the bed, the nurses, they're like, you know, let us know when you feel like you have to push, like you feel like you have to poop or something, let us know. I'm like, okay, I feel it now. I actually am on my hands and my knees and I'm backwards, and she put like this inflatable, like I forget what it's called, but it's like an inflatable like pillow thing, and I'm like leaning against that. She's like, you know, I want you to push like with all your might, like breathe while you're pushing, try not to scream or like, you know, make noise or anything because you're releasing all your energy that you need to push. And then, you know, just like listen to my words when I tell you to stop. It's very important that you stop so that way you don't tear, etc. You know, she's telling me the directions, so I'm like, okay. So I'm literally like pushing, breathing, like squeezing my husband's hand so hard, like, and then they just keep telling me harder, harder. And I'm like, oh my God, like I can't push any harder. Like, what do you mean harder? Like, this is the hardest I can do. Like, I'm thinking nothing's happening. Every time they're like, harder, harder, nothing's happening. One more time. And then I feel like, I can feel, because at first all I'm feeling is like pain, you know, like I feel, obviously I feel that she's like coming out or like something is there. I don't know if she's even out yet, halfway out, starting to come out. I don't even know, but I just know that I was feeling something, right? And then after they were like, do that one more time, like hard as you can. And I did it again, hard as I could. And I can feel like it's now like not like, it doesn't feel like a rock anymore. It feels like her body. So like when I'm like pushing, I'm feeling like, you know, like body, like not body parts, but like it's like a different structure or like a different like shape or something, you know? I don't know how to describe it. Like I can feel that it's coming out. So I'm like, oh my God, her head's out, her body's out. Like she's coming out. And so I roll her over and then she places her on me and I'm like, oh my God, like she's here. 21 minutes, that's it. Like you were only pushing for 21 minutes. Like she came so easily, you did great. And I'm like, oh my God, that felt like I wasn't even doing anything. Like, wow, I have a baby. I just pushed out this whole baby. And like, yes, it hurt bad, but once she's laying on my chest, nothing else mattered. I don't even feel the pain anymore. Like, wow, I literally just did that. Like, and if I can do it, you can do it. That, honestly, 10 out of 10 labor. And I know, like, every labor is different. And I know that sometimes, like, things come up that we have no control over. So I'm very blessed to be able to have, like, an all-natural birth. Obviously, if I needed medicine, I was not opposed to doing it. I was going to do it. Obviously, if I needed a C-section, I was going to do whatever was best for baby girl and I. But, yeah. Honestly, it was such a crazy experience. It was so surreal. Would I do it again? 100%. I'm just so thankful that everything went the way that it did. 10 out of 10 recommend. Crazy that I have a little baby, my baby doll. I just love her so much. She's the sweetest baby ever. But I will say, if you're scared of doing a natural birth, you 100% can do it. Our bodies are made for this. A mom is a mom. Whether we have an epidural, whether we don't have an epidural, we're all still moms at the end of the day, and we're all superheroes. So yeah. But anyways, enough about my rant and my birth story. And again, like every other week, thanks for joining in to this FaceTime call. Comment below a little bit of your guys' birth stories because I'd love to hear them. If you don't already, subscribe to my channel and press the notification button so that way every week when I'm calling, you're there to answer. Thanks so much for joining in my FaceTime call this week. Love you guys. Bye.